What do you think? There's really no reason to ever make any other color than this. Well, so we're actually going fishing today, taking the nitro out, and I realized I'm a little low on frogs. So, what happens when you're low on frogs? You go make more. There's not much better for a nice bullfrog color than a bottle of dead-on kiwis. Yeah. So just kiwis with a few flakes. Yep. Oh guys, it is real windy. It's probably all you're hearing is wind noise. But we got him. Yeah. Not a bad fish. What say you, big bird?
Huh?
We need to get another one.
Alright, I'm trying.
Yeah. You need to get on the board next. I love it.
So.
Alright, look at this.
Yeah.
Big bird. Yeah, very good, man.
Alright, we caught one of them green slimy thingies.
Green slimy thingies on. Y'all might recognize that.
It's a Zoom, horny toad.
Nope. That's one of the ones from my Zoom color match video, Watermelon Red Pearl. Shake. Oh my god. Is it recording?
Oh, we're recording.
Well, that one's got some shoulders, dude. Yeah.
That's a good fish.
That's a freak. Dude, look at the thickness. Nice and fat. Here, show the frog, Yeah.
Yeah, white, washed out right
It
now.
should be autofocus, but I don't know if it is. Yeah. Oh, amazing. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the World's Worst Fishing. I'm your host, Chris Jones. And today we're going to be just sort of doing a bait blog. I don't necessarily have anything set on my agenda today that I have to make. No new colors to show or any new molds to release today. But we want to bring you guys some content, and I've really had one of the all-time great colors on my mind lately. It's a color I've maybe only made twice. I do have a previous video on it, so I will link that video down in the description and we can kind of compare and contrast. But I kind of want to revisit Electric Shad today, made famous by the Gary Yamamoto's Seiko mold. Electric Shad also happens to be Michael at Bait Chuckin's favorite color. I'm pretty confident in saying that he told me like that is his Nirvana color. We really need to pay attention to saturations. If you oversaturate it, it just looks like doo-doo with purple flake in it. So let's get started. Oh Lord, mayday, mayday. We are almost out. We don't even have an entire spoon's worth of depth left in our swim bait bucket. Swim bait plastic. But that's okay, because there's more waiting on us. Nothing will trash a microwave like being a bait maker. Okay, so two 1 cup sizes in there. Alright, so I need to start at about 5 minutes. We're going to start with the top side, and we're going to start with some dead-on brown. So one thing I've noticed about the dead-on brown is that it is a lighter concentrated pigment. That's why I kind of threw just a bunch of it in there, because it's not going to overpower. Man, that's gorgeous. That is just the perfect shade of brown for this color. And all we're going to do is darken it up a little bit. And I mean a little bit, because dead-on black is very concentrated. So we're going to start with fractions of a drop, okay? Oh my God, that looks good. And the key to this color, like so many other good natural colors, especially, you know, really mostly transparent, clear colors, is to not oversaturate. Do not oversaturate or it will lose its magic. Perfect. And then the bottom layer is simply just plastic, okay? Just clear plastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix that up anyway, just to make sure it's not gelling up on the bottom. Okay, yeah, see, as we can see, right, this is something that you want to pay close attention to. See how the bottom is still a little bit gelatin, right? A little bit jelly. That needs to be cooked a little bit longer because the bottom contents of the cup are still in what we call gel phase. So the plastic is not 100% chemically converted over yet. So we want to make sure that we get it up to temperature. So maybe another 30 seconds or so in the microwave. Okay, now for the secret sauce. The violet sparkle flake. Oh my lord, there's nothing like it. There is no substitute for it. Alright, yeah. And you really can't have too much. Sparkle violet. Let me get that in focus. And this is the stuff that I have found works the best, particularly in hot plastic. Alright, so we're going to start off showing you a few different molds here. We have some riprap swim baits. We have just your more traditional split tail jerk bait, what most people know as a fluke. And then we have sort of a split tail minnow mold, excuse me, in the tracer shads. So we're going to show you sort of a variety of molds, and then I'll probably make the rest of them just in tracers and jerk baits here. Alright, load up the blending block. Okay. And we are ready for action. We're going to start over here on the ripraps. I hope I have it oriented correctly. You never know until you know, I guess. And last. Okay. Take it over here to the jerk base. Top side is on the right side. Oh yeah, that felt good. And over to the tracers. Oh yeah, that felt nice. Feeling good. These are double stroke rolls. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, left, left. Right, left, left. Here we go. Miss my drumming days. Let's see how we did. Ooh. Look at that. Wow. Okay, now let's do the money shot. Pulling them out. Oh baby, oh baby. Oh, one broke at the sprue, or at the gate. Yep, there it is. That is, I think that's like the end-all be-all jerk bait. What do you think? There's really no reason to ever make any other color than this. Like, why do I even bother with all my fancy stuff when I could just do this all day? All right, now let's take a look at some tracers. I do not know which size this is. It's either the 3 or the 3.5. That's the 3. It's the itty bitty tracer, the baby tracer. I have a guy up in Canada that cannot get these fast enough. The smallmouth and the walleye apparently have a pretty steady diet of tracer shads. Oh my god. Why do we make anything else, people? Oh man, maybe Michael is really a genius. Okay, now for the 3.5 tracer. Alright. Okay, doke. Let's see how these turned out. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get them in focus. Yes. Really nice. Really nice. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yep, that's insane. And what's cool about the sparkle flake is it's sort of like a powder. You really see it at certain angles, right? So like straight on from the side, see that belly? Looks really clear. Tilt it though, boom, kind of pops, right? Yeah, I find that to be really, really satisfying as somebody who likes powdery effects and effects that really pop at certain angles, you know, certain light refractions, all that. Really, really fun to have that in a flake. Yeah, rip wraps. Haha. Really cool. Yeah. There it is. An Alabama rig killer. I am just as confident with this rip wrap. I think this is the 3.8 on the back of an A-rig as I am my fancy hand pours. The action on this bait is absolutely insane. Alright, so we kind of used up, sorry, I'm starving. We kind of used up all that plastic just in that run. And the thing about Sparkle Flake is it's so temperamental. It actually is quite tricky to reheat and remelt for another run without that flake really degrading. So I think we're going to play it safe and move on to some other things. Like I said, this is a bait blog, so we're just hanging out today with you guys. You know what? Let me show you some recent work, and then I want to show you what I consider to be the ultimate gizzard shad color. I have not attempted to match it yet, but it's worth a look. This thing might be unpourable, guys. Like, it's that intense. So here's one I thought was pretty neat. This is something real different for me. Let me get it in focus. Yeah. This is sort of what I would consider a sun gill because of its overall kind of yellow, bright appearance. And essentially what's going on here is you're seeing a faint layer of blue, right? Okay, so essentially the blue plastic, the blue layer is skin poured in first, right? Then our orange, okay? And that's it. Then we poured sort of this kind of off brown yellow body, and then sort of this dark brown top. And what's really fascinating is we created essentially a shade of green, right? Because that blue is now being backed with that yellow body plastic, and now it appears green, right? Blue and yellow make, you guessed it. So it's sort of a little illusion there, right? That particular shade of kind of blue-green as you see it is not really there. That started as that, straight dead-on blue. And you can see how lightened and altered it is with that yellow body backing. But I guess I do have to have clothes to wear, right? Yeah, boy, I really hope y'all can really see this. Look at this absolute beautiful cooler full of gizzard shads. I've never seen any that have this turquoisey highlight. You know, I think in terms of bait pigments, right? That's like a turquoise highlight. Look at how complex just the heads are. Right, you have the blacks, the browns, the golds all splotched in, some of the green showing through, golden eyes. I love I mean, just look at the eyes. Right, then you have some of that brown and gold splotching kind of appear back up in the body. Black tails, my God. Y'all, this is what keeps me up at night right here, is going, how can I make this a reality in a mold? Whoo! What a nightmare. I don't know. Should we even try it? Okay, hear me out. So, this is a pour I've done before. Right? Kind of layering in a layer of kind of turquoise highlight in a shad. But this time, instead of doing blue in the heads and black, I'm kind of splotching it all in together, right? some sort of brownish gold, green, and black. And then the bodies put some of that brown gold in the bottom. Ooh! We might sort of have a color matching starting point there. I don't know, y'all. It might just be too much. You know we're going to try it. Alright, so far this is what we have. Right, we've sort of put down a layer of black, skin poured into the heads, and filled in the little, what is that, a pectoral fin or something right there on the edge? I guess I should know these things. That's how we're going to start. So yeah, an hour later we have some capsules down and some black. Okay, now we've added a little bit of detail into the heads. Alright, that is, you might recognize that green as mean green. Alright, because there's one fish in particular in that photo example that had a really, had a really nice green in the heads. And then we have splotched in sort of a brownish yellow gold, even in the body. So I'm hoping that's enough for it to show up. What a nightmare. Alright, so now it's a little bit closer. We have, you can see that layer of the highlight, okay? Alright, is on there. And that will pop once we pour that sort of charcoal black top color. As you can see right there, you don't see a lot of that highlight color, but you will once we have our body made. And now I just have a decision to make on body color. Alright, decisions. The only thing that I do not have is, you see some of this blue, right? Like there's lots of blue poking out. I've got the green, I've got sort of that yellowish gold. I think I've got the head looking pretty decent. What I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do is get the white belly and this kind of blue highlight look. There's just really no way for me to do both. I'm a little out of room. If I was to just come in with another layer of blue highlight and splotch it here and there, it might actually do what I want to. Problem is, I won't be able to close the molds, right? Like my skin layers are gonna get so thick stacking up this way, I might not really be able to get a good body fill in terms of the actual physical integrity of the bait. So I may have to kind of sacrifice either the white in the body or the blue. I think I can only get one or the other. Alright, and if you're still here, I actually did go in and add one more layer. The more I looked at the picture, the more I saw that it had some kind of shading in the body, right? So just a really, really, really light charcoal black, and put a little blue highlight in there just to try and help with that. Now, we are ready to actually pour the bait. Yep, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Look at those tails. Some of them, there's like no room to actually pour the plastic. This is going to be a very difficult pour. I don't know, y'all. We may have gotten close. Whoa! Alright, let me get them out of the molds, eyeballed up, and we'll see what we've got. And there was my fear. Right? Look at how skinny the body portion, well, like, you know, look at how narrow the tail is there. Look at that. An air pocket. You can see it right there. Right there. That's just where there just wasn't enough room for the plastic, to actually fill the body. So essentially, we have to throw this one away. Okay. Yeah, that's about as good as I can do it, y'all. And yeah, I knew we would miss on some of that blue, but I mean, you know, as you could see in the tails, we just ran out of room. I would have liked to have thrown, you know, a layer of blue highlight down to sort of go with the turquoise, but you know, the turquoise was sort of the dominant color. You know, we did shade a little bit underneath it all, and hey, I'm pretty happy. Look at what it took. Look at all these colors. That turned into that. Absolutely wild afternoon out here. Oh man, that was a monster pour. 7 colors in probably almost 5 hours. Was it worth it? Probably no, but really fun. I'm looking forward to letting everyone see them who has not seen this video. What a crazy time. So I'm pretty tired. I think I'm gonna take my electric shads and head inside and call this a day. We've got lots more videos coming out, some exciting things coming from AI, and hopefully we'll get our hands on some new dead-on colors so that we can do some more videos on that. A lot of people watched my marsh grass color. That video performed incredibly well, and I got super good feedback on that. So I want to do more of that and bring you guys the content that y'all want. Let me know down in the comments below which bait was your favorite today. Was it the crazy green turquoise shads, or was it one of the electric shads? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.